Well, my background is photojournalism. I've always been a passionate photographer, so I started out as a still photographer, and toward the late 90s, I got interested in television, and especially with the computer technology and all the digital television technology. That's what got me interested, and just move on to television from photography. I do a lot of international work, so I found myself in many different places. I've done a lot of work in Africa, especially, and I tend to like long assignments and difficult countries. I like to beat the bush and challenging. I like challenging assignments. I do a lot of work outdoors. I work in remote areas. I work in bad country, good countries. I mean, I do a little bit of everything. I like being in remote places. That's pretty much my specialty, working on development. I'm very careful about my choice in equipment and the way I treat my gear as well, because when I'm on a remote location for multiple days, and if I have an equipment failure, I cannot really afford to call for a replacement. On the high end of the TV spectrum, so I work with big television channels such as National Geographic, for example. So I want to have the best equipment. I want to have equipment in very good condition, and not only because it makes my work look good, but I also want to please my customers. So and these people are pretty demanding in terms of quality and reliability, and so because of that, I have to make a very good choice in my equipment. Besides being a professional photographer, so I like the photography, but I'm also very interested in technology, but in a practical way, not really nuts and bolts, but I like the technologies that's going to help me work better, faster, more efficiently. So I'm always on the lookout for new technologies. There's more things that a cameraman has to do, more and more. We find ourselves involved in being charged with the audio as well, working one-man band. So I was looking for a sound system for my camera, like a wireless sound system that's really well integrated and that it's easy to operate, and that works very well with the camera I'm using. So I like the digital wireless system because they fit in the camera perfectly. The camera has a slot-in feature, so you just drop the mic into it. There's nothing that sticks out of the camera. So it's very well integrated into the body of the camera. There's two audio channels, which is very important today, because again, welding has to do more. So one channel was fine many years ago, and now it's two channels becoming kind of the standard. What I like on the system is that it's very light, it's very compact, it's easy to operate. It's really it's very convenient on that system to be able to control some of the features, especially on the transmitter side. From being able to control the transmitter from the camera end is very important for me, because I can change frequencies, I can apply a low cut filter, I can lower the gain if the transmitter is too hot. I mean, so there's a lot of things you can do from the camera, and that makes my life really easy. I purchased the Sony new digital wireless system, which is a dual channel system. So two audio channels coming to the camera with two bell pack transmitters and a plug-in transmitter as well for hand mics. So here it is. This is my new camera. It's a PDW 800 XDCAM HD camera. And as you can see, the system integrates into the camera really well. It just slides in the back slot here, and you can secure it with those little screws. And this is the bell pack transmitter. It's very small, and you can see in regard to the camera size, very light, very small, and everything is well recessed, buttons, control, everything is very well design. And here I'm showing you actually the camera menu that allows you to control some of the functions on the wireless system. So it's very well integrated physically and software-wise too, because you have control of the system from the camera side. And to turn it on, to access to my wireless audio channels is straight from the audio channels here. So it's very easy to select your wireless channel 1 and 2. And it's a dual channel system, so it's full capability basically. And there is a very unique feature on the system that really made me want it right away basically, is the ability to control the transmitters from the camera end. And again, you know, it comes down to working by yourself sometimes. You know, if you can control everything from one position, it's much more convenient than running out and going to see your talents and changing things on the transmitters. So I really like the feature that's built into this system that's really unique. One very interesting thing on this system is that, and again, we're coming back to like, you know, being top on the quality level. It's a full digital audio system. That means, you know, from the microphone to the transmitter to the receiver to the disc into the camera, the audio has not been reprocessed. It's the digital signal is carried around the whole transmission chain without any further processing. So I really like the fact that that was a end-to-end digital audio system, 24 bits, 48 kilohertz. It's a very reliable, very long-range system. So the performance are pretty amazing, basically. You know, I mean, it's pretty incredible. At full power, you can you have several hundred feet of range on those this microphone system, and I need that because a lot of time I'm kind of like, you know, running around again, and I want to have a very reliable link to my wireless microphones. Radio spectrum, I mean, whatever is available to transmit today is becoming, you know, more and more crowded. So, you know, having a system like the digital wireless system that allows you to scan for either a free channel or a channel that's already used by one of your transmitters, just to look for one of your transmitters, is a very convenient feature. You know, you cannot be hunting for good frequencies anymore with screwdrivers and trying to guess, you know, if it's the right frequency or not. I want a system that tells me this is an available channel, it's good, and use it, you know. There is a very practical side of the system, is that, you know, when you're on the field and all of a sudden you're having problem with interferences on the channel you have selected, because of the communication between the transmitter and receiver unit, I can very quickly scan for a clear channel, enter the channel in the receiver, and send the new channels to the transmitter, and the transmitter will automatically adjust to the new channel. So it's in one, you know, in the 10 seconds, I can reset my wireless to a different channel without even touching the transmitter. So it's a very powerful feature. In terms of you know, security, the system feature like encryption. So the signal is fully encrypted if you choose to. So you know, no one can really tap into your audio, and so it has some interesting applications. And I know, for example, the White House is using some of the new Sony cameras, PDW700 XD-Cam HD cameras, and I think they are equipped with this digital wireless system, and they like the encryption feature on it because it's presidential, you know, filming services. So there's an interesting feature on it because, you know, they are using like what's called like metadata. So, you know, along the actual digital audio, you can also send information. It can be text, it can be you know, settings on the transmitters or receiver. And one interesting function is that you can actually name your transmitters. So if you have only one transmitter, you know, you don't need to really name it. But as soon as you start having two, it's nice to know if it's like number 1 or number 2 that's going, you know, coming to the camera. So you can name it, you know, anything you want, basically, with a limitation in number of characters. But I really like that feature because, you know, I know right away if it's my hand mic or my belt pack transmitter. You know, the system is very good because it's versatile in terms of the mounting option. I like it because it's designed to be fully integrated in the PDW700 and PDW800 XD-Cam HD cameras, so it fits right into the camera. But you also have many other mounting options. You can put it in an audio mixer bag, or you can mount it on any other cameras with an external adapter and pull the audio out of the box and plug them into the camera. So it's a system that's very versatile. You don't buy it just to mount it in the camera. If you want, you can later, you know, use it in different ways. So for that, it's very good. Being a cameraman is difficult enough sometimes. So, you know, having to take care of the audio side of a job is not something that I always want to do, but I have to do that more and more. So I need a sound system that's easy to operate and that is well integrated into the camera. So that's what my choice to use a digital wireless system was kind of a no-brainer, because that was the perfect system for those new cameras with a slot-in feature, so the system fits right into the camera and you can control many functions from the camera and you don't have to touch the transmitter. So that was very important for me.